What's like the biggest deal you've done?
8 million.
8 million?
Yeah.
What's the most money you've made from the business?
1.8 million.
4 million.
7 million.
7 mil?
Yeah.
That's incredible, man.
What's the biggest opportunity would you say today?
There's one interesting thing I would say.
Is there a secret software or tool you use to find these opportunities?
Yeah, absolutely. So
What's one thing rich people know that poor people don't?
Getting your money to work for you. So I'll give you an example.
Yo, my people, welcome back to the venture, the #1 platform for aspiring entrepreneurs. Today we're in Sloane Square in Chelsea, set to be the new Silicon Valley of the UK. What are we doing today, bro?
Today we're going to be interviewing millionaire entrepreneurs, asking them how they built their business and the new opportunities for 2025. So stay tuned, it's going to be a banger.
Can I ask you, are you an entrepreneur?
I am, yeah.
What do you do? What sector?
I run a personal branding agency. So we look after entrepreneurs and CEOs and build their profile online.
In terms of your success, what's the most money you've made from the business?
1.8 million in a year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What's the one thing rich people know that poor people don't?
Leverage. Understanding that you don't need to use your own money to get rich is how rich people get richer, right?
Yeah.
Look at all the landlords that own properties. They own homes because that's one of the only assets the bank will lend you money to buy. Look how many people have got Airbnbs. Again, it's one of the only assets the bank will lend you money to buy that you can then create cash from, right? Using other people's money to get rich is how the rich get richer. And people who, unfortunately, like myself, I bootstrapped my business. I didn't need to do that, but I did it because I wanted to maintain control. But yeah, leverage.
And have you ever been broke before? Did you start out with money?
Yeah, I have been broke before. My first business went bankrupt year 2. Clothing brand, year 1, took investment, scaled it really fast. We had celebrities like Colleen Rooney, Cheryl Cole, Daniel Lloyd wearing our stuff. And at the time, they were like the influencers, right?
Yeah.
And then year 2, lost it all. I remember calling my mum from my house that I had to move out of and saying, can I please move home? She lent me £300 and that was how I kind of got back on my feet. But yeah, I lost everything.
If you had to start again, how would you make your first million?
I think number 1 would be rebuild my personal brand. So if you gave me 0 followers on all channels today, I would rebuild day 1. Like my number 1 thing would be create audience. Because attention is the number 1 asset that any business can have regardless of what industry you're in. If you hold the attention, you can sell your products, your services to that audience and they will buy it. I have a very clear goal of what you personally want to achieve. I think if you don't intrinsically want something out of the business that's not tied to a monetary figure or an ego-driven figure, then you're never going to put in the yards to get to where you need to go. So you need to build the business around what you want out of your life. And the third thing I would probably sell is I'd figure out what I was going to sell, and now I base that around what is something in the market that no one else has done or no one else has done well. And I think there's some incredible platforms that you can use to go and find out information of what consumers are doing, what consumers are buying, and what consumers are spending and not spending their money on so that you can make good decisions.
Just touching on that, what you just mentioned.
What a guy! I love it.
Is there a secret software or tool you use to find these opportunities?
Yeah, absolutely. So Global Web Index is a consumer platform that basically gives you all the information that you need to know on what consumers are spending money on, what the markets are saying, and they give you stats around social media attention, around what people are thinking about doing, what the internet is saying about specific things. And it's a really great place to go and find out information about your company and potentially your customers. More importantly, if you're thinking about starting a business, it's a great first step to go and figure out what people are actually wanting, and then you can base your kind of decision on that and what you want to start. There's so many people that start businesses because they go, oh, I need to find a problem that can be solved. What they don't realize is they need to find a problem that only they can solve. Because as I said earlier, if you want to raise investment or you want to sell to people, they need to believe in you. And if you don't believe in what you're doing, then it's going to fail.
God damn. Any message for younger people?
Not really.
I love the jacket. Can I ask you what you do for a living?
No, it's fine.
What do you do? I love your jacket. We're trying to inspire entrepreneurs. Are you a business owner by any chance?
Oh, I used to be.
Really? What business were you in?
Finished. I'll tell you another time.
I'm not going to see you another time.
Excuse me, bro. I love the car, man.
Oh, thank you.
Can I ask you, are you an entrepreneur by any chance?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to inspire young entrepreneurs.
Oh, okay.
What's the business?
I buy businesses.
How long have you been doing that?
2 years.
Can I ask you, for your success, what's like the most you've made in a year, or what's like the biggest deal you've done?
Biggest deal recently is 8 million.
8 million?
Yeah.
How much did you start out with your business?
All debt.
All debt?
Yeah.
Oh, so you borrowed money?
Yeah.
Were you not scared of taking that risk?
Yeah, of course, but you don't get reward without risk.
Yeah,
you have to take risk.
Yeah, it's true. What's one piece of advice you've heard that's really changed the way you think?
I think when you look at everyone that you aspire to be, especially people doing what I do, they've always taken risk, and you can calculate it to a degree, but sometimes you just got to go with it.
Yeah.
Just don't over-calculate things.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll just never pull the trigger on something. Otherwise, you'll just never do it.
So we're talking to a young person at home, they want to start their first business. What's the biggest opportunity, would you say, today?
There's one interesting thing I would say, and everyone really doesn't like going into corporate.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good thing to do. Get into a leadership role for a few years, learn how to lead people, learn people, then come out and do your thing. Because most founders and most entrepreneurs are terrible at leading people. They don't know how to do it.
It's so
no
true.
idea.
Yeah. Is there a gap in the market that you've seen that someone can go after today?
Yeah, buying businesses. Buying businesses that are traditional, they've got good balance sheets, raise against the balance sheet. It's the best way to get into it.
So I could start with like a few grand.
If you want some equity to go into, it's better because you've got less debt you're raising. But if you go into traditional businesses with property, machinery, you can have some really creative deal structures.
All right, say I've got 5k in my pocket.
Yeah.
How do I buy a company with that amount of money?
Depends what type of company you're going to buy. But buy the older companies, like, so we buying facilities management as an example. Really traditional, they've got loads of assets, you can raise against the asset. That gets you the money to go into the deal, and then you have 3 or 5 years that you pay the rest of the money that's due to the seller. And that's it.
Love that, man. Last one, is there like a quote that really resonated with you?
He'll always buy a good business for a fair price, but not a fair business for a good price.
I love it, man. Well, thanks for your time, man.
Yeah, you too. Have a
Appreciate
good
it.
day.
Yes, guys, that was a sick interview. So he's in M&A, he buys and sells companies. And what he's saying, you don't actually need that much money. So he's saying 5k, you can actually buy a company, a legacy business, and leverage debt on the back of that. So that sounds like a really good opportunity that most people don't talk about. So yeah, let's keep going. How you feeling, bro?
Fired up! Nah, today's already sick. It's gonna be even better. We're making sure of that today. See what it is, yeah? When the sun's out, it gives you energy, it gives you power. For the people that don't know, what do you do?
So I run an e-commerce business for the last 7 years, and I also teach people how to start off their own Amazon e-commerce, Shopify type of business as well.
And what's the most money you've ever made in a year?
Well, right now we just crossed 7 million.
7 mil?
Yeah.
That's incredible, man. Have you ever been broke?
Yeah. Well, I've had a recruitment job for 7 years, absolutely fucking hated it. But then very first product came over, my mum basically said, what the hell are you doing? Get back into your work, it's never gonna sell, it's never gonna work. But guess what? 7 years later, we're doing all right.
What's one thing rich people know that poor people don't?
Getting your money to work for you. So I'll give you an example. Let's say poor people know that you can get car insurance. What do? You go onto Money Cost Supermarket, you check out which one is the best deal, you do that for yourself. You go home insurance, same thing. But what you can also do is actually the same thing for your savings account. So with most people, they put their money into Lloyd's, they put in their money into Barclays, get 1% on the interest, and that's it. There are comparison websites where you can actually invest into the best yielding savings accounts. So for example, if you've got 5 figures in the bank account just sitting there doing nothing, or 6 figures in your bank account doing nothing, go into one of these websites, and the difference between 1% and 4% interest is massive. So just go onto a website called flagstone.com. You can literally set up a website there and then you'll see literally in order who's giving you the best interest. It's like a little trick that will take you an hour to sort out that will increase your savings.
Yeah. What's a 6-figure mentality versus a £1 million mentality?
So basically, to make 10k a month, you can use your skills. To make 100k a month, you can use people. And then to make millions a month, you have to get systems. You have to automate as much as possible. I'm literally working on that right now because it's a real struggle, automating each part of the process. We're still pretty much human heavy, but that's what it takes. I think every single person watching this right now easily has the skills to make at least 10k a month. And that to most people is life-changing.
They say the 1% is 160k a year.
Yeah, and that's what, 15k a month? It's not that hard.
And if you were to start again, how would you make your first million?
Just go into TikTok, start doing e-commerce. It doesn't take that much to get started.
Yeah.
You do a little bit of research, see what's selling right now. There's trendy products all the time. You get started, build up your capital, and work from there.
So if you got £1,000, someone watching right now, what product would you buy with that £1,000?
Oh, you know what? Every single month there'll be a different product, but you literally just need to think what's ahead. So right now, if we're in February, we need to think what kind of summer products are out there that are going to be selling well. What's trending? What's coming up? Are there any events? You know, during the Olympics, we were selling the Olympic flags at 100% markup.
Damn.
So if that's the case, you just kind of see what events are coming up, what's going to happen in the summer, and you start sourcing these products now, early on. It's not rocket science. It really isn't.
Wicked, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, so really good interview with Ben. He was just saying that the biggest opportunity out there is starting TikTok Shop. Amazon, it's really good, but TikTok Shop is the one right now. So if you can get on that, get on it. You don't need a lot of money to start. But yeah, let's keep going, guys.
The one piece of advice that's really changed the way you think.
My mom's a teacher. She's a teacher back. She's passed away, but that's what she's about. And she always said, in life, generally, no one person can tell you what you're capable of, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know your full capability. You don't know your full capability, but your life's ambition is to realize it, is to test yourself and challenge yourself as much as you can, because you probably would achieve more than you think that you are actually capable of.
Yeah. Because you know what, a lot of time there's like people you know that kind of pigeonhole you and put you in a box, right?
And it's a little bit of gaslight, and it can make you think, oh, maybe that's not my gift, that's not what I can do.
Yeah.
But the reality is we've got many gifts. We are so layered and complex and beautiful as human beings, and don't put yourself in a box. You don't know what you could do. Just try it. Because you never know, you might achieve it. So that's
oh my God,
advice.
where can they find you? What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is just Shella Johnson.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. Yeah, man, today's been sick. The sun's been out. Finally, we've been bumming it through this grey winter weather for quite a few months. So yeah, happy today, man. Energy's good, energy's high. And I think the main takeaway so far is you're not looking for $1 million opportunity. You're looking for a problem to solve, a pain point. So look in your immediate environment. Who can you serve? And a lot of the time, there's someone exactly like you. What problems do you face? What problems do your friends face? And I think that's really the secret to success. But let's keep going. We're not done. Oh, this is peak, bro. You don't want me to get licked down. Are you an entrepreneur?
I am indeed.
What sector?
I'm in the media sector. I work for various tech businesses, one of them being Auto Trader.
Oh, nice.
My success has always been through others. Always make sure you've got great people around you. Making sure you're hiring the right people, make sure that those people feel inspired and are paid well. They'll do right by you.
What's one piece of advice that changed the way you think?
Changing the way I think over time, I've become more appreciative in listening to people, yes, and listening to the expertise that's around you. I think we're always too ready to talk. We've always got our own idea, but there's a lot of people around you that also have great ideas. So sometimes it pays to listen.
I love it, man. Is there a gap in the market, your industry?
Well, look, there's so many gaps in the industry. In the tech industry, it's great to see how AI is playing a massive part now. Look, if you're an inspiring entrepreneur, there's a lot of opportunities.
Yeah. If you had to start again, how would you make your first million?
Probably put all my money into the S&P 500. Okay. Look, crypto, you can be a hero one day and complete on your knees the next day.
So no crypto?
So I think crypto is a brave man or woman's game. But
really? You wouldn't invest in crypto?
I've been in crypto. I'm still in crypto. I've been in NFTs as well. So there's, I think sometimes it's just backing your belief in something that could become big. And I backed crypto early, and I've done well in crypto.
Yeah.
I think there's still a lot to play out in the crypto market today. So yes, if I was starting out from scratch looking to make $1 million, I'd certainly be looking at the crypto market.
Yeah, I love it, man. Thank you so much for your time.
That's all right.
Excuse me. I love the look. We're trying to inspire entrepreneurs. Do you have a business by any chance?
I run a family business of ours, and we produce tubes and profiles. You use it, for example, in wardrobes or to build houses.
How did you start out?
I was the son taking over, so I was lucky enough to being born into it. We have a turnover of roughly 4 million, basically.
So what's the best advice you've ever received when it comes to business?
The very best one, maybe for a CEO, is try to diminish your tasks. For example, I see my main task in setting goals together with my team, and also the other task is maintain my employees and maintain them happy. Those are my only two tasks.
The two objectives you've got,
exactly,
right?
For my role.
What's the biggest opportunity for an entrepreneur that wants to make £1 million fulfilling? No,
the wrong question asked. You should not aim for the money. You should aim for the product and how it offers a solution to your customers. That's the first question that you ask. Don't ask stupid. Sorry, I don't want to sound offensive, but don't ask stupid questions like how do I become a millionaire. If you are out like that, you're in for the game with the wrong objectives, and you will fail.
So yeah, guys, really good interview with Henrik. What he was saying is, make sure you're finding a problem. Like, we hear this all the time. There's no point starting a business if there's no pain points and you're not solving anything. So if you're starting a business, find the pain point and then create a business model around that.